On with the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I'm the nerd with another podcast for that ass. What's going on, people? Right now, it sounds like I should be introducing some fucking slow jams to get down with your girl, don't it? Don't it fucking sound like that? What's up with my voice right now, man? I'm trying to sound all sexy and shit, but you know what? This is just my normal, ordinary voice, man. I'm just chilled out, laid back with my mind and my money and my money on my mind. You know how it goes, man. You know how it is here in the hood. South Carolina, yeah, I'm fucking high, man. I can't hide it for very long, can I? I'm recording this podcast for you sons of bitches here on a Tuesday afternoon. It's beautiful here. It just actually got really nasty a little while ago. It was pouring rain, and thunder and lightning, and all of a sudden it just went away, and now it's fucking gorgeous here. That's the beauty of living in South Carolina, man. One second it's this, another second it's that, but boy, oh boy, do I have a show for you guys today, man. I'm very excited to be here. I'm happy. And you guys know I love recording the Wednesday show because it's my favorite one to do, man. I like to sit here and it's more personal, you know, I like to sit back and just talk some shit. And I love talking to you guys so much. And, yeah, it's just been a crazy, crazy year. You know, I've been talking about this. I lost a friend a while back, you know, fucking 8-9 months now. It's been fucking, jeez. Yeah, I'm counting the days down. It's like you're, you know, marking the days on the calendar. I guess, you know, just, fuck, man. Time flies. It really does, you know. Time flies when you're fucking trying to hate somebody, but can't because you can never hate this person, you know. That's what I try to do. You know, I fucking handle that whole thing wrong, by the way, man. Trying to get over a friend and just fucking throwing a tantrum, just going fucking nuts, you know, kicking and screaming. Wah. Like a little baby boy, like a little baby nerd, fucking throwing a temper tantrum. But yeah, you know, it sucks, dude. It sucks, man. I hate being bipolar. I hate fucking mental shit. I hate all this crap, but you know, it is what it is, man. Fucking life goes on, and here I am right now, living my life. And, you know, I haven't really been watching much of anything the past couple of days. Actually, I got Snickerdoodle watching something with me the other day. What the fuck was it? What is a Woman? The Matt Walsh documentary. We watched that a while back. But I know Snickerdoodle never watched it before, so I'm like, hey, buddy, let's watch this. And we've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. That's her thing, is just watching weird shit. I'm telling you, man, she's fucking awesome, dude. She's like the coolest fucking person ever. Like, goes into the fucking foxhole and just let's watch some weird shit, you know? Fucking so down for it all the time. Just the coolest and funniest too, man. Holy shit, this chick is fucking ghetto as fuck. Well, she likes music. What the fuck was it? It's talking about music, and one of the lyrics is "pussy popping," and I'm like, "Is this so fuck? What song doesn't have that in there now? I guess, huh?" And the fucking funniest thing too is like, if you were to look at Snickerdoodle and you never like knew this fucking person was, you just saw her from like afar. You'd be like, "This little adorable little lady, this adorable." I'm sure she's just the nicest little thing. And she gets in her car, starts driving off. You hear pussy pop, pussy pop. Oh my God, she's like a black ghetto stripper stuck in a middle-aged white woman's body. I don't know, man. She likes this shit. It's so friggin' hilarious. Oh my God, just the most ghetto-ass human being ever. And it's funny because you wouldn't expect it. It would be like buying crack from Bob Saget. You're like, wait a second, you're a crack dealer? Okay, let's fucking do it. You know, just somebody you just didn't expect. Like Mr. Rogers getting into a fucking car and he's like bumping fucking Tupac and he knows all the words and he's fucking dropping the hard ER after he fucking says it too, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of shit you get out of Snickerdoodle right there. Fucking hilarious. Funniest person I ever met. Seriously, man. I fucking laugh all the time. But there you go, man. Not just because I'm high, just because it is fucking hilarious human being. What the hell's been going on in this fucking house? So yeah, man, my daughter, she's working. It's fucking great. She had her first job a while back, and we talked about that in the show, and we kind of encouraged her to quit it because we didn't like the way she was being treated at that place. It kind of felt like they were taking advantage of the young person there, and I was like, not my kid. Plus, it was school and everything, and then she was staying way too late. And I'm like, yeah, your grades are not suffering for a bullshit ass job. And we took her out, and ever since then, it was tough for her to find another one. And then, had a connection. I knew one of the ladies at the store, and I talked to her, and she got her in there, and she's loving it so far. Making money, and they got this thing where you can get paid every day, which is fucking, amazing when you're a kid. It's like I can get money all the fucking, well, not a kid, an adult, but still a kid to me. Money every day. It's fucking awesome, man. So I'm happy. Everyone's happy. Everyone's doing good. It's a really good time right now. I'm trying to stop looking at the bad things in life and looking at the good. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do here. That's all you can do in life. Just look towards the good, because if you dwell on the bad, that's you start smelling like shit. You know what I mean? If you wait in shit, you come out smelling like shit. I guess that's the lesson there. But got a great show for you guys today, man. We got a good deep dive segment. I cannot wait to talk about that one. And of course, we got some crazy ass topics here. I haven't been watching much, man. I think we talked about it all on the Monday show. I guess I can talk about the what is a woman thing really quick. So yeah, she loved it. She fucking loved it. Thought it was great, hilarious. There's a lot of conversation we had during it, and this was my second or third viewing of this. And I always come out of it still like flabbergasted how fucking dumb people are. And the whole conversation, this is not the deep dive segment, by the way, but just the whole conversation about what is a woman, and the fact that question has to be asked. It's like you've got two people, one person's asking a question, expecting a real answer, and the other people are cartoons giving you, the fucking, their version of the truth. And it changes between the people because they're making shit up as they go along. And you're just getting this throughout the whole documentary. Like he's asking people point blank, what's a woman? And they're just dancing around it and laughing as if he's the idiot, I feel like he's the one asking the unreasonable question. And it's just so fucking dumb how these people are just so fucking invested in the lie and the delusion. And it makes you wonder if it's Trump derangement, if it's just Satan coming from fucking hell and just corrupting people, or what is it? It's absolutely batshit crazy. And I think it has to do with the internet and just algorithms, just the way it works. Like I can have any 10 people open up their YouTube accounts and just show me what their algorithm is, and they're all going to be completely different for the most part. They're all going to have different shit because everyone likes different things, But in politics, there really is only two sides that they allow you to take, Democrat, Republican, and depending on what side you're looking at, you're more apt to get that in your algorithm because that's what you're searching out to see. And you don't see the other side's arguments, so that's what you're getting. And when you only see things that affirm whatever you're thinking, if you're looking at liberal shit, let's say, all day long, and it's telling you that men can have babies and should be able to go in any bathroom they want, be able to play women's sports and all this shit because they say they're a woman, then you're going to believe that's the truth, and you're going to fight against people that are against it because everyone puts a lot of stock in the shit that they read. They think that just because they saw it on the website, it's true. And that's the problem. That's the problem with the algorithms, You're only going to see one side of things. I think they should fix it, Like they should give you the exact opposite, your algorithm. Wouldn't that be some shit? Like you're a country music fan and you watch like 10 fucking Tim McGraw videos in a row, and then you go in the next day and it's trying to give you the Wu-Tang Clan. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's just trying to broaden your horizons. I think we need a broaden your horizon algorithm. Like maybe an option to turn it off, or maybe like make it mixed. Like, hey, how about you give me a balanced mix? Like this is what I normally look at. Maybe steer me away from that. Like maybe a custom algorithm where we can actually go through, and I know that'll never happen because the algorithm's designed to make money for the people that are controlling the algorithm and their partners and all that bullshit. We know how that goes. But it would be a good idea, just to be able to like say, listen, I know like Facebook offers and other social media will say less ads, more ads, but you got to pay for it, How about, I don't mind ads, but give me shit I actually want to see. I hate when you're like on a freaking website or you're on a YouTube video or whatever, and then all of a sudden an ad pops up for something you'll never fucking use. Like, well, where's that algorithm at? They're showing you things and forcing shit down your throat that you don't want to see or hear. It's just fucking stupid. I don't know. But there you have it. I guess at the end of the day, they're a bunch of assholes. Oh, wait, wrong show. That's not what we're here for today. We're going to get some topics, man. I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about here. And, let's just hop right on in here where 3 children were killed in a crash near Mabton. The driver appeared in court. Now, this one was sent in by good pal Snickerdoodle. According to a Yakima County Sheriff's Office news release, deputies responded at 9:52 p.m. to the intersection of Green Valley Road and Snipes Pump Road. Investigators said a 2017 Subaru Legacy was turning east on the Green Valley Road from Snipes Pump Road when it was struck by a westbound 2015 Volkswagen Jetta. They're pretty cute little cars, right, Jettas? Remember that? That was like every little hipster girl's favorite car. You know, they'd be driving around their fucking Jettas, and they would get their Starbucks cup, get out their little Jetta, looking all sexy and shit with their tennis rackets in the back seat. The Subaru had what the fuck is he talking about? The Subaru had 5 people inside. 3 passengers ages 2, 10, and 11 were ejected from the vehicle and died at the scene despite life-saving efforts by first responders. Yakima County Coroner Marshall Slight said the children died from blunt force trauma. He said their identities will be released after he has spoken with their mother. The Subaru's driver and front seat passenger were taken to area hospitals. The sole occupant of the Volkswagen also was hospitalized. The Subaru's driver, German Gonzalez Verduzco, 30. Oh, man. German Gonzalez Verduzco. Great fucking name. Oh, man. He was transported to the Cadillac Regional Medical Center in Richland and booked into the Yakima County Jail on Sunday in suspicion of vehicular homicide. So let's see here. Investigators determined Gonzalez Verduzco failed to stop at the stop sign on Snipes Pump Road before entering the intersection, according to a probable cause affidavit. Security camera footage from a nearby residence allegedly showed the Subaru rolling to the stop sign before the collision, it said. Dude, it's... Driving your car, man, is a fucking scary, scary thing sometimes. You know, people aren't paying attention, and it seems like people are getting worse and worse out there, too, with more distractions out there on the road. I mean, it's not even drunk driving. It's not even fucking being impaired by drugs or anything. It's the fucking cell phones. It's all the shit that you got to click, the buttons that they're adding the cars. I mean, what used to just be you sit in the car, you've got a couple of switches, you got a couple of buttons, and then you fucking go. Now it's this to control this, to control this. They're trying to make being in your car a fucking experience, like you're moving into the bitch. No, I'm only going to be here from point A to point B. It might be a little longer sometimes, and there might be a point A to point Z. There might be a bunch of stops in the middle, but I don't need a fucking, retreat from my home. I just need a car that gets me places. You don't need all these fucking distractions in that bitch, It's fucking dangerous, man. And, I am guilty of driving impaired once in a while. I have a couple edibles in me, but I don't drink. I haven't drank in years, but a couple edibles, and I can handle it. But still, I mean, there is a slight delay, and sometimes, you get that fucking crazy shit going on the road where a split-second decision can mean life or death, It's fucking crazy. And this guy, what did it say? He said the affidavit said he drank 4 beers before the crash. I mean, 4 beers is, you're starting to have a little fun, You have 1 or 2, you're like, okay, this is nothing. 3 and 4, after you finish that 4th beer, you're like, okay, give me another one. After that, they start going down like water, I remember. It also said a certified drug recognition expert observed signs consistent with impairment, and investigators later obtained a search warrant for a blood sample. Plus, this guy's Mexican, so I mean, he's probably 4'8", and he probably weighs, 90 pounds. I'm sure he got fucking lit off of those beers. Deputy Yakima County Prosecuting Attorney William Splawn requested a $500,000 bail during a hearing Monday, mentioning concerns that alcohol may have been involved in the incident. Joel Christensen, a public defender assigned to represent Gonzalez Verduzco, said he has no criminal history, is an agricultural worker, and takes care of his wife and family. She asked the judge to consider his limited income and lower the bail to $5,000. Yakima County Superior Court Judge Shane Silverthorne set bail at $10,000 and required Gonzalez Verduzco to use an ignition interlock device for his vehicle. Oh, boy. Yeah, vehicular homicide we're talking about. And they're talking about giving this guy any kind of leniency. He doesn't have any income. He has to take care of his wife and family. No criminal history. Let's lower his bail. I mean, dude, there's a first time offense. Like, okay, you get caught stealing a pack of gum and you're a kid. Okay, let the kid go with a warning because they're probably scared shitless. Will never do it again. But then there's getting drunk and fucking vehicular homicide. It's just, dude, I mean, fuck it, man. They got to start taking this shit more seriously. Fucking A, dude. Like, people drunk driving. I mean, you being drunk and driving affects everybody. You can swerve, cause someone else to hit somebody else, and you might come out alive. And that's normally how it works. The drunk person always comes out walking out just fine, but everyone else is dead or fucked up in some way. It always seems to work that way. They just need harsher fucking penalties, man, for drunk drivers. Seriously, they do, man. Drunk driving is the fucking worst. I mean, You're high, you're driving like fucking 30 miles an hour in a 45. I mean, people will fucking move to get the fuck out of your way to get around you and shit. You're not going to really cause an accident. I mean, that's stupid too, but fucking, hey, drunk drivers are the worst, man. And half of them are fucking drunk down here in South Carolina too. It's one of the worst places to drive, especially where we used to live, man. Holy fuck, it was always bad. They're tourist trap. Everyone's fucking drunk. Restaurants and shit. Restaurant Row they used to have there where everyone would just get fucking shit-faced, man. And the beach was right there. And holy fuck, dude. Everyone's driving golf carts into each other and shit. Fucking A, man. Pouring beer on fucking alligators. Yeah, that was a thing too, man. Those motherfuckers are idiots, man. But yeah, this fucking story sucks, dude. It sucks. It's sad. This is fucking idiot. They're asking for fucking sympathy. Where was the sympathy at when he got behind the wheel of the car with his fucking kids in there and driving like a fucking idiot, you know? Jesus, man. 3 fucking children died. Blunt force trauma. Jesus, man. The Subaru's driver in front, seat passenger, yes, and no seat belts or anything either, man. This is a fucking travesty right there. And you know what? It's one of those things where you can only try to protect yourself as much as possible, but at the end of the day, it's everyone's responsibility to be safe on the road, because you could be the safest driver, you could have everybody buckled in, you could be head on a swivel on that road, but all it takes is one fucking moron, and you see it all the time, people speeding to get past someone else, cutting other people off, aggressive driving, fucking speeding up behind you like that's going to make you go any faster, and then it just gives the wrong idea. It's a horrible fucking experience out there. And I'm sitting here pushing my daughter to get her license, and it's like, you need it. That's the sad thing. You need to have a driver's license in life. You need to be able to get from point A to point B and wherever you need to be and whatnot. It's just so fucking sad, man. There's so many fuck ups out there. People don't take that responsibility seriously. You're a fucking licensed driver. Take care of other people on the road. But you motherfuckers will put on a face mask because you're scared for your own shit. You know what I mean? Don't even get me started, man. Like, everyone was so quick to comply with that, but still, don't drink and drive. They're doing it all the fucking time because they don't think about it. They just want to have their fun. And, that's so fucking stupid. Gang demanded $50,000 ransom after using a honey trap on an American tourist. I think we're about to find out. Ayub Ali from San Diego was lured to an Airbnb in Wembley on October 4th last year and forced into a white Mercedes by armed men who threatened to stab him and cut off his fingers. Eitan Okwafuna, 21, Ayub Salad, Nathaniel Mabrathu, and Bushra Ahmed, all 20, admitted blackmail and false imprisonment. Sounds like a bunch of fucking customer service workers for Verizon. These fucking foreign ass names, man. I'm telling you. Why the fuck do you call these places and these motherfuckers are answering the phone? Okafuena further admitted cannabis possession, while Davon Desri, 22, sounds like a bunch of great guys, man. Was convicted of blackmail and false imprisonment by a jury at Southwark Crown Court. Ahmed admit Mr. Ali and his brother Youssef Ahmed in the days leading up to the kidnap when she tried on a Rolex and took a selfie with it. The brothers had also posted photos of themselves online with luxury watches and cars. She enticed the pair to an Airbnb at Lawns Court, Wembley, only for the owner to turn them away, saying, "There's already too many people in this house. You are not coming in." The brothers were then chased down the street by 4 armed men, and Mr. Ali was forced into a white Mercedes. While with the men, Mr. Ali had his phone taken from him. The men were able to access it and look through it, said Brett Weaver, prosecuting. They found a picture of a Rolex, which made them believe he had a lot of money. Mr. Weaver said the group made phone calls to his family in America, demanding $50,000 in cash or cryptocurrency and threatening to stab him and cut off his fingers if money was not sent. Family members were also told Mr. Ali would be killed if the demand was refused. Police later arrested the 4 defendants who were all in the car with Mr. Ali. Somalian-born Ahmed was arrested at her home that evening when a search of her phone showed she sent the images to Mr. Ali to lure him to the Airbnb. Man, these fucking people. Yeah, I just said these people, man. Fucking losers, third world fucking country scumbags that we, for some reason, want to worship and protect. I don't get these people, man. We let them into our country. Now you see what the fuck they're doing over there, man. You want to open the door and let these fucking scumbags come over here? Of course you do. Ahmed accepted she had sent them, but said they were meant as a joke. Yeah, cutting off someone's fingers for money is a joke, huh? Mr. Weaver described how Mr. Ali lived with constant fear and anxiety since the incident. Well, this is another thing, too. I mean, you got to take some accountability, too. I mean, I knew this when I was in high school. I remember they were talking about foreign countries and vacationing there and all sorts of shit. And they were saying how, like, You go to other countries and like kids will come up to you and they'll be, oh yeah, look, Americans. And before you know it, they all pick your pocket and you're sitting there like, where's all my shit? Because they just know that tourists are stupid. They don't like Americans. They don't want you in their country. But if you're there, they're going to try to monetize you and get what they can off of you. And, you know, that's how it is. You can't trust these fucking people. That's why you don't sit there and act like you're above everybody. You don't go there walking down the street in a fucking tuxedo. You dress down. You dress to the environment where you are. You dress like the people. You don't want to stand out. You try not to, you know, have all your money on you and valuables. You don't fucking flaunt your shit. Act like you're walking through the fucking hood, because you are. You're walking into an unfamiliar place and you're acting like you're the king of fucking England, walking around with a fucking Rolex on, all this shit on your phone. I mean, that's another thing too. People put way too much emphasis on dumb shit, you know. Oh, I got this Rolex watch, a $50,000 watch. It's like, great. Okay. I mean, fantastic. What does it do? It tells time. Okay, so does my, you know, $200 Apple Watch. Great. And even that's fucking way overpriced. Someone's got a fucking, you know, watch you got from a cereal box from the 1980s and it still works because you got a battery you got in that bitch. It tells time too, just like the one you're spending money on. I mean, what's the point of a watch to tell time? So why do you need a 50,000? Why does it have to look better than another watch that does the same exact fucking function? You know, when you break it down, it really makes no sense why we put so much emphasis on pretty things. It's like, yeah, people want to wear pretty things. Yeah, but why don't you make yourself look pretty and prove on yourself? People think that buying things is what makes you look attractive. It's not. It's what's in your head, what's in your mind, that kind of stuff that makes you attractive, you know? Work on that first before you start doing dumb shit, I guess. I don't know. I just don't worry about stupid shit that means nothing. I just bought a proton pack the other day, people. I understand what I'm saying here. It does sound hypocritical, but that was a fun thing for myself. It's not something I'm going to put on social media and be like, look at me, I'm so fucking special. You know what I mean? It's not how these motherfuckers, they put all their value and their self-worth into their belongings and their possessions. And this is what happens here. You fucking put yourself on social media, flaunting your shit. People are going to want it and they're going to come after you. That's why you try to live a low-key life, but some people just can't do it. They have to be seen with nice things. That's what they want to be known for. That's their identity. But anyway, Judge Stephen Tomlinson said you all played a part in the joint enterprise in the kidnap of Ayub Ali, who had traveled here from the west coast of America. Oh, in my judgment, it carries no significant weight that some of you came into this later in the offending. The simple fact is that once the car was parked, it was evident to everyone at the scene that Ayub Ali was a prisoner and that he was held at ransom, of course. And you know what's going to happen here? They're all going to get sent back home to their country where they can do whatever the fuck they want and probably sneak back over here again, because that's what these motherfuckers do, man. Oh, goodness gracious. What a fucking mess, huh? What a fucking mess here. Let's go to New Jersey, where a New Jersey man was arrested after he allegedly carried out 2 robberies, with one of the upsetting incidents ending in a sexual assault and another including him punching a nun. He had a hell of a day, huh? Fahim Green has been accused of committing both robberies in Newark on Saturday, July 11th. Newark, New Jersey, for those of you that have never been there, is one of the most scumbaggedy places I've ever seen in my fucking life. It is worse than Times Square. It is worse than most places you can think of. It is straight up ghetto there. It's so bad, and the Penn Station there is only like a 20-minute holdover going to the city, no matter where you're coming from. It'll stop there in Newark Penn Station, unless you're coming from an area that's opposite and that just drop you off in the city from somewhere else. But if you're coming from New Jersey or anywhere south, you're going to stop at Penn Station, and it fucking sucks there, man. It is so bad. You get off there and you smell piss instantly. You're like, all right, fine. Just like any other train station piss. All right. But then you're stepping over like fucking needles and drugs, and there's prostitutes. And that was the first time I ever seen a transgender there. I just saw a bunch of dudes with fucking wigs on. They just look rough, man. They had fucking 5 o'clock shadows and shit. Disgusting. And they're all just sitting there in a row wearing like fucking pink spandex, just waiting for someone to pick them up. And of course, there was some white dude in a business suit always there trying to pick one of them up, man. And yeah, weird shit there. Newark was a fucking shithole slum. I fucking hated it. I would rather live in Manhattan than spend 20 minutes in Newark Penn Station. It was just so bad. I hated it. But it was necessary to get to the city, and that's what we loved doing. Back in the day, we loved going there, going to the city and hanging out. And man, it was always a nightmare. But anyway, the public safety director, who's definitely not doing her job there, Emmanuel Miranda Sr., said that detectives identified and arrested Green the same day that the robberies took place after they reviewed surveillance video from both crime scenes. The first robbery took place at around 7:30 a.m. on Orange Street. A nun was walking on South 11th Street when Green allegedly approached her and punched her, which forced her to fall to the ground. The men, believed to be Green, then stole her purse before he fled the scene. Meanwhile, the woman was taken to University Hospital and was reported to be in stable condition. The next incident took place about 30 minutes later when a second woman told police that a man followed her after she got off a bus near Hudson Street and Central Avenue. Authorities claim that the man pointed a handgun at the woman and demanded she give him her purse. She handed over her belongings and he struck her with the gun. Now, what's the point of hitting her with the gun? I mean, she gave you what the fuck you asked for. Why'd you have to hit the bitch? He then pushed her to the ground and forced pressure on her until she lost consciousness. Man, that's fucking sinister. Once she regained consciousness, the woman realized she had been sexually assaulted. After Green was linked to the two robberies, he was arrested and charged with both incidents. He was charged with robbery in connection to the first incident. He's been charged with robbery, aggravated sexual assault during the commission of a felony. Man, that's fucking awful. I mean, yeah. The sexual assault is fucking terrible, man. I mean, it's bad. He punched the fucking nun. I mean, what kind of piece of shit is this? What a Fahim Green. Yeah, he looks exactly as he sounds. Fahim Green looks like a fucking scumbag. His fucking mugshot, he's all cocky looking and shit because he knows he's going to get let out. I'm sure his mom will fucking blame religion. The reason why he punched the nun and went crazy was because some shit happened. You know how these fucking people are, man. Seriously, it's fucking disgusting. It's ugly. I mean, went and punched the nun. I mean, that's fucking terrible. But then force a woman to give you her purse at gunpoint. Okay, fine. You robbed somebody. Okay, robberies happen all the time. And then you had to beat on her, and then you fucking sexually assaulted her, dude. At that point, you give up your will to live, Damn. It's fucking terrible. Right there in the fucking ghetto. Why is Newark a shithole, huh? Why is it a shithole? Why is there so much fucking drugs? Why is there so much crime? Why is there so much fucking... It's because look at the culture. Look at the fucking culture there. Do some research on Newark, New Jersey. Look at the population. Look at the crime statistics. It's fucking awful there, man. It's a terrible place to fucking live. And you got shit like, demons like this walking the fucking streets, I mean, they've done shit like this before in the past. You sent out the National Guard to go clean up areas. I mean, why aren't they cleaning up Newark? Oh, yeah, they're doing it to kick out immigrants, but we still have way worse shit happening domestically. And that's why I keep saying the finger's going to get pointed really fucking soon. Gotta fucking take care of your shit, man. Start acting fucking right. Act like you fucking belong here, man. Shit. Treat people with respect. I know times suck, man. Everything's expensive, but you don't fucking rob people. You just try to figure it out and do something better. Sexually assaulting taking something from someone that has no business of yours to be taken. Someone's innocence, their fucking body, and you fucking went and just did whatever you wanted with it, you fucking scumbag. I don't give a fuck if people don't like what I'm saying. This guy doesn't deserve anybody's fucking sympathy. He's a fucking rapist and he's a fucking scumbag, man. And this is terrible. The fucking title, you punch a nun, and that's the least worst thing that this motherfucker did. Punching a fucking nun. A fucking scumbag, man. And this guy doesn't have any fucking parents. And if he does, you know what they're going to say? Not my boy. Because, of course, he ain't do nothing wrong, of course. Always a fucking excuse, I'm sure, Go ahead and get Fahim Green's fucking dad if you fucking find his ass. If he's even alive. So fucking disgusting, man. Seriously, we're fucking kicking out immigrants. Great. Of course, you don't want them in here. But then they stop when it becomes a domestic issue. It's like, oh, wait, I mean, what the fuck? And they say, oh, we want less cops in these areas that fucking clearly need something more than police. Just so fucking crazy, man, how this shit just fucking gets overlooked. And then you wonder why, and you're like, okay, now I know why. And, you get into your conspiracies about, all the crazy shit that they unleashed upon us in this fucking country domestically. There's a lot of fucking rabbit holes. If you want to go deep down those things, man, it gets fucking dark, man. Too bad it's not today's deep dive segment. I do have one for you, though. And matter of fact, we're right halfway through this show. Let's hit it. Let's go to Snickerdoodle's Deep Dives.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Snickerdoodle's Deep Dives, brought to you by Binoid.com.
Oh, I love that little jingle. Here we are back with another edition of Snickerdoodle's Deep Dive. So yeah, man, we were having a conversation the other day about dying wishes, and ghetto-ass Snickerdoodle was online looking at options for when she passes away. What are you going to do with your body, and looking at, where my ashes are going to be, get cremated and stuff like that. And she found a really good deal online, and it's weird because you're paying for something you're not going to know the results of, that's... You think about that, right? Like, it's something that you know you're going to die. But how are you ever going to hold these people accountable? Someone could just be literally taking your money and you would never have any idea or be able to fight to get your money back. It's just blind faith putting your money out there. Like, I can go to a place and be like, hey, I want you to cremate my body and throw my ashes in Alcatraz or some shit, you know? Yeah, sure, $10,000. All right, buddy. And then, like, you die and it's just like, oh, just throw them in a fucking incinerator. Who gives a fuck? And yeah, just throw the ashes in the back with the rest, or just fucking open the back door and let the wind take him wherever the fuck he goes. You're not sure what's going to happen, but people do plan for this stuff. And I guess today's episode is going to be about dying wishes, and it's going to encompass everything. That it's going to encompass what happens if you get sick, terminally ill, that kind of a thing. And it may get a little deep because you know how I feel about life in general. I do love the gift of life. I do appreciate it. I just wish I had a receipt to return it and say thank you for this gift. May I please not have it or give it to someone else? Sometimes I feel that way, obviously. It's just my mental state of mind, my depression and all that shit flares up a lot, really bad sometimes. And, you know, I think about this a lot, so I appreciate this deep dive topic from my pal Snickerdoodle. I have not made any arrangements, and I truly don't care what happens to me after I pass away. But my thing is I don't want to be a burden on anybody else, so that conversation has to come soon. I have the means now to pay for my funeral, shall it ever happen, and I don't think I would ever go that route because I don't have anyone that would show up to the damn thing. And number two, I would have to say I just want it over quick, done. I don't need to be in the ground. I don't want to be eaten. I don't want to decompose or have fucking worms come out of me or be anything disgusting. I just want to be lit up, burned up, and you could fucking throw my ashes in the garbage. I don't care what happens, seriously, unless the kids might want it. I don't know. My asses can go wherever. I'll let my kids decide. Throw them in the garbage or whatever the fuck they want to keep them. They can do whatever they want. And it doesn't matter to me. But I'm not sentimental about it because I know that when we die, we ascend and we go somewhere else. We go to the place we're supposed to be, whether it's a good or bad place. We go somewhere else. And it's kind of like the analogy I used this morning when I was leaving a message for my pal. I was saying how, like, you know, who cares what happens to your body? It's like an old car. It's like no one gives a shit about their first car, what happens to it. You just move on to your next car. You know what I mean? No one thinks about that. You might think about your first car fondly, but it's not like, hey, I wish I still had that motherfucker. No, you're driving a beautiful new car. You don't think about it like that. It's kind of like how I feel about life. It's like, hey, life is cool. You know, I like that body, but now I'm dead and I'm going somewhere else. You know, that's all I need. I don't care about what happened to this thing. But, you know, as far as the dying wishes thing, I guess I can go in a different direction with it too and think about, like, what happens if someone's dying and they're sick, you know, someone's got cancer and they're laying in their deathbed and they're like, hey, listen, if this thing gets any worse or if I can't speak for myself, pull the plug. And then it comes to that moment and the doctor pulls you aside and they're like, yeah, there's a chance we could save him, but there's a chance we might not. He might not be the same. What do? You know, do you try to give them a chance to live? Do you go against their wishes? Do you go with whatever you want? Do you go with what the doctor says will be best? Or how do you handle that situation? And I guess it depends on the relationship you have with the person. And your morality too, and how you feel about that religiously. You know, they say everyone should always have a fighting chance, but for me personally, if I was ever in a situation where I had a life or death and they were like, yeah, nerd can come back, but he's not going to have any arms or legs, but we can bring him back. It'd be like that head fucking thing from A Living Color. Remember that? The Head Detective, where it was Damon Wayans, just a head with hands and legs, or hands and feet. It was like shoes and fucking hands screwed to his head and a hat. And he's like, yep, I'm a cop. Yeah, don't fucking do it. Just let me die. If they say, hey, he's going to come back, but he's not going to have his vision, kill me. If I can't hear, okay, I could deal with that because I don't like listening to motherfuckers anyway. I have an excuse to never talk to anyone again. That'd be great. But yeah, that kind of stuff, I just wouldn't want to be around, you know. I don't. But then, like, if I was brought back, like, let's say if I'm on the hospital bed, fucking dying, and I'm not responsive. Nerdhead already has instructions. Let me go. Please just let me go. Take that as a sign. If I happen to come back of a miracle of its own, then fine, we'll deal with it. But don't, you know, shock me to life or whatever the fuck. Don't do any of that shit. Don't waste time on me. Just let me go because that's where I want to be. But if my body just decides it's not my time, then that's God saying it's not my time yet. I don't want to doctorate it fight because I just want to have all the chances in the world, and I want to stack the deck that I don't come back from whatever starts to take me. So if she went against my wishes and was like, oh, I just didn't want to lose you selfishly, I would be pissed off, kind of. I'd be like, fuck, you couldn't just listen, let me go. Oh, I didn't want you to die. You know, I can imagine that being a scenario. Like, I didn't want you to go. I told him anyway, I don't care what you said, that kind of a thing. I would definitely be upset. So, would I honor someone's wish? It's hard to put yourself in that position, like someone you care about, you see them dying and they want to go, but selfishly you don't want them to. I guess it becomes is it selfish to give someone a chance that they don't want? I mean, it's fucking rough. It really is. It's a tough one. I guess, like I said, it depends on the relationship, Fuck. It's tough. I guess if she told me she didn't want to come back, it depends on the situation. It really does. It's such a broad thing here. But if it was something that I knew she wouldn't be happy with, and she told me explicitly did not want to come back from it, I would probably just go with her wishes and be like, I let her go, because you don't want people to suffer at the end of the day. My dad, he had MS. He could barely walk near the end of his life, and he did die from a heart attack. But the thing is with him, if there was a way to bring him back or keep him alive with parts and whatnot, and just barely string him along just to fucking keep him, for my selfishness, I want to be able to visit him. I'm not ready for him to be gone yet, but yet he's laying there fucking suffering as the doctors are pumping him up with shit to keep him going. That's not the way to go. You don't want to see the people you love go out like that. Death is the ultimate release. It's the ultimate peace. And it's just, you're suffering, people think oh, you're burning alive, you're drowning. It's yeah, it must suck to die that way. But once it's over, man. It's done, and you get the ultimate peace. It's you may suffer for a second, but then that suffering, the pain, it's gone, and you're done. I'm not saying it's a good thing to die, but I guess I kind of am. I don't know. I'm not saying go out there and encourage yourself to look for it, but oh man, it's just, I guess I'm trying to talk people out of the selfish aspect of it, because I do feel like it's selfish. You got people there oh, they're a vegetable. How long have they been a vegetable for? 15 years. Okay, so why you let them go? Let them go. You're stringing them along for what? You don't know if they can't hear anything, if they're not aware. They might be a prisoner of their own fucking mind, because they are. They can't move around. They're just laying there. For who? For you to bring the kids by and say, oh, look, that's Grandpa. That's Grandpa Joe. He's been a vegetable for 15 years, but say hi to him. Why's Grandpa Joe got all these things? Oh, fuck it. Just let him fucking do it. We want to get our pictures. We want to get our selfies. We can't live with ourselves if we let him go, but yet you can fucking let him suffer on a damn machine. It's just so fucking stupid, man. I mean, all right, I'm talking myself into it. I would honor the person's wishes. I would. Even though you don't want them to go, they don't want to be there for a reason. If it's some stupid shit, if it's just a suicidal human being and it's oh, they stubbed their toe, oh, let me die in the hospital. You're not going to die. Get off your stupid shit. But if it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a fucking tough one, but I would definitely honor the wishes. I would hope mine would be honored too. That's all I can say. I would really love my wishes to be honored, but I don't know if they will be. But man, it's no way to live. It's a morality thing. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer on this one. I would never fault someone for wanting the plug pulled on someone. Now, let's flip it. Let's say if somebody says, give me every chance to live, but you're financially broke because, all your money's going into this to keep someone alive, and they're a vegetable for a year or so. The doctor tells you there's really no chance of coming back from being brain dead. You're just keeping them alive for nothing. The doctor suggests it, but the person wants to live. Do you pull it then? Do you give them that peace? Or, that's another thing too. It's, no, he might come out of it. All right, let's leave him here in the hospital. You got the money to keep paying for this shit, but if the funds run out, how far do you go in the other direction with it? It's tough. It really is. I mean, it would hurt more to let someone go against their wishes than to let them go with their wishes, obviously. I mean, you're going to cry either way, but if the person said they wanted to live, you would live with the guilt of just saying, hey, they wanted to and I didn't give them that chance, or they're going to hate me forever. But if they give you that out, I'm giving everyone an out, hey, if something bad happens to me, let me go, they shouldn't feel bad because they would know Dad's happy. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go, man. That's enough of this death talk here for the deep dive. But that was one of my favorite ones there, because I do like to think about the future death. I overthink everything. So, and that did make me think here, there really is no good answer for that one, but I do like to deep dive on anything. Even if there is no good answer, I just like to just open up my mind and hopefully open up other people's minds, and maybe, get some people out there buying their funeral plots or their future crematorium visit, because we're all going to go there eventually, so might as well be prepared, right? All right, let's go to people who are probably not making funeral arrangements, but should. A father and son eating at Burger King were brutally attacked over a smartwatch. Dale Towns and Trevor Young, 25 and 30, are facing multiple charges. The shooting occurred outside of Burger King in Memphis on July 14th. Two men were taken into custody after a fight over an Apple Watch happened. I mean, I was just talking about Rolexes, and Apple Watch isn't really a sign of wealth. I mean, you can get one for $1 on a 2-year contract. I mean, this isn't really a flaunt. But I guess no matter what you have, someone's going to want, especially if you live in Memphis, which is a fucking ghetto shithole, and also the home of Elvis Presley, man. You would think that they would have some fucking better people over there. Dale Towns, 25, has been charged with attempted second-degree murder and emptying a firearm. I must have shot the whole fucking clip, I guess, during the commission of a felony. Trevor Young, 30, was charged with aggravated assault and accessory after the fact. Memphis police officers responded to a shooting call at a Burger King on Poplar Avenue just before 6:30 p.m. on July 14th and found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. Officers spoke with the victim's son, who allegedly said Towns and Young arrived at the fast food chain in a white pickup truck and confronted him in the parking lot about stealing an Apple Watch. He said the two men began fighting him, according to a Memphis Police Department press release. The son ran inside the Burger King to get his father, who went outside to intervene. A witness told police that the suspects began to aggressively assault the son and the father and then punch one of the suspects, causing him to fall. Ooh, okay, so the plot thickens here. So they confronted him over a stolen Apple Watch. So he probably stole one of the kids' watches, and they were like, we're going to get our shit back. Okay. According to police, Townsend allegedly pulled out a gun and shot the father at close range. Young allegedly stopped Towns from firing another round, police said. Towns and Young then fled the scene in the pickup truck. Both men were detained soon after in the 1700 block of LaRose Street in the Airways Precinct area. 2 guns were found inside the vehicle. Officers confirmed the suspects had prior employment history with the son. The motive for the assault appeared to be the suspects believed that the son had stolen an Apple Watch from him. The father was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. He was later listed in non-critical condition. Yeah, an Apple Watch. A little throwaway story here for the back page of Yahoo News. There you go. Oh, man. I just don't understand why it has to get to this point. It's an Apple Watch that's probably outdated. If it's not outdated yet, it'll be outdated next year. A new one always comes out. We put too much value into things and property and stupid shit like this. And I get it, man. Someone takes your shit, you're going to be pissed. If someone took my shit, I'd be pissed and want revenge too. I'm not going to sit here and act like a saint. I'm not. But I would never go after someone with the intent to murder them like these people did. They left with a gun on their person, which means, you know, you go after someone with the intent to beat them up like they went after this kid. It was not something that they were going to say, hey, give me my watch back, please. No, they were there to fuck him up. The dad came out and they shot his ass. I mean, the poor dad gets shot trying to defend his son, who probably did steal this fucking watch. You know, I mean, if he did or didn't, he's in a position to be looked at by people that think he would steal a watch. Maybe he's got a reputation. I don't know. I mean, you're no better than the company you choose to keep. And you look at these two, Dale Towns and Trevor Young. I mean, they're typical fucking scumbags. I talk about the culture all the time, man. I mean, this is it. Fucking things, possessions, electronics. Yay, that's our identity. I'm going to kill someone over an Apple Watch, you know? I get the disrespect part of it. Someone stole your shit. You're going to want to get it back. You're going to want to fuck somebody up. I'm going to want to fuck somebody up. But there's a line, man. You know, you got to think about the future. Is it really worth your life? 25 and 30, they're fucking kids, man. They got their whole life ahead of them. Shooting a fucking grown-ass man who's just trying to defend his son. I get it. The dad might not have known his son even did this shit. He went out there to defend his kid and he took one in the chest, you know? It's unfortunate all the way around here, but this is just another typical fucking day in the hood, man. That's what they fucking do. That's what they fucking do. Fight over fucking Apple Watches, man. Oh, this is my favorite one here. A 911 operator who hung up an emergency call sentenced to jail. Prosecutors say a former 911 operator in Houston has been found guilty of hanging up on people calling for emergency services and sentenced to 10 days in jail and 18 months of probation. The Harris County District Attorney's Office say jurors on Wednesday found 44-year-old Crenshonda Williams guilty of interference with emergency telephone calls. So apparently this was a misdemeanor, according to the judge that sentenced her. And prosecutors say she worked as a 911 operator for a year and a half, ending in 2016. Records show that thousands of calls lasting less than 20 seconds were attributed to her hanging up. Calls varied from reports of robberies and homicides to reports of speeding vehicles. Williams told investigators she often hung up because she didn't want to talk to anyone at the time. Oh my goodness. So that is all you have here for this article, but boy, did I want to read this one badly. Friend Shonda Williams, star employee of the Harris County District Attorney's Office. And girlfriend, let me tell you, I've been there before because I did work some call centers working from home during the COVID times. And sometimes motherfuckers just get annoying on that phone. It gets extremely overwhelming sometimes. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. And I guarantee you she heard some fucking dumb shit. How many people do you think call the police every single day? The non-emergency line. Can you imagine the shit that they get? Some people will call multiple times a day, dozens of times a week, 100 times in a month. If you listen to the show for a while, you've probably heard some of those stories about people that just won't stop harassing the police because they hate their neighbor. There's a cat meowing too much outside. They call because their microwave's not working. Trust me, people call for some dumb shit. Good old friend Sean is just keeping it real, man. Girlfriend had to do her nails. She probably getting her hair did. She didn't want to touch that phone or have it too close to her face. You know, probably got makeup on and shit. Probably those long ass nails. She probably can't hold the phone up to her face in without cutting her face. But the key important factor here is that we got to understand that it wasn't the non-emergency line. This was 911. Okay, so let me rephrase here. So this was the call. And I just read the fucking article too. I'm just always so freaking stoned here. And you can get stoned too. Go to binoid.com. Use code NERD to save 25%. The finest THC product on the market, man. And you will get lit up too and overlook things. But come back to them in real time as well. Because I did read this part. And I just, for some reason, I just glossed right over it. That it wasn't the non-emergency line. This is the actual 911 line. And it did say in the article, robberies and homicides. So this is a really serious fucking charge, but homegirl ain't gonna get done but a slap in the wrist, man. I'm telling you, because and she'll probably she won't get unemployment because they're gonna fire her for cause, but she will get food scramps. She'll be getting some food scramps, maybe some cash with that too. I forgot what was the cash one called? I forgot. There's another program for cash that they can get to, but yeah, man. How many people fucking lost their homicides? Can you imagine being a guy who just got stabbed? You called 911 and this bitch is like, motherfucker, I'm on break. Click. And you're like, I'm dying, bitch. I'm dying. Holy fuck. Yeah, man, I want to report a robbery. Motherfucker. Bitch. Click. Oh my God, man. You're calling ring, ring, ring. 911. I want to report a murder in progress. Motherfucker, don't you know who the fuck this is? These motherfuckers always playing my motherfucker phone, motherfucker. Click. Over. Done. Oh well. What the fuck, man? I get it though. It does suck, man. When I worked in the call center, I used to hang out with motherfuckers all the time. It was like a fucking sport. I used to love that shit. The best was when we had a queue of like fucking 150 people. This is when Bank of America was doing those debit cards. And they were doing it during COVID when people were getting free money to buy sneakers and video games and shit and just blowing up the economy. It was fucking great, man. You know what they were doing, right? They were fucking calling us up and asking dumb questions. And then we had a queue of people that were like, where's my money at? And you know, there would be a delay. It would come at 2 o'clock. Sometimes it would come at 3 o'clock. But people would call, where's my money? Like, the fucking bank is the one that, like, you know, gives you, it comes from the government. Call the government. When they disperse the money, it's available for you, dickhead. And I would say that multiple times a day. And I think they were, like, mandatory overtime or some shit because there were so many people. And one guy flipped out, and he was like, fuck this shit. And he had a bunch of people that are drunk at the time at home. I think I was still drinking, and I was probably drunk, too, and I fucking lit up. All of a sudden, I saw that number going down rapidly. I'm like, what's going on here? And you would see this guy's taking all these calls, and he was just deleting them and just hanging up with motherfuckers. And he like did a little curse out thing in the group chat. He's like, fuck this job. You're welcome, guys, and left. But they were calling right back because they just figured they just got dropped or whatever. And they were even more pissed. Someone just fucking hung up on me. And this guy was just clearing the queue out, just, you know, hanging up on people. And that's what this bitch was doing. So I get it, man. You get tired of doing this shit, but it's your fucking job. This should seriously be a fucking nasty jail sentence. 10 days in jail and 18 months. But that's all she got here. 10 days in jail. That is nothing. She should get a day in jail for every call she hung up on. How about that? How about that? A day. She worked there for 1.5 years. Thousands of calls lasting less than 2. Yeah, a day for every call she hung up on because that could have been someone's life. That's what the judge should have done. One for every call. I don't care. Find those records. One day added on for every single call she hung up on. Thousands. That's a lot of people, man. I mean, my shit was billing issues and stupid. Hey, man, how can you help me reset my Facebook account? Click. I was doing that shit too. Tech support. Those days sucked. I fucking hated that. It was good working from home back in the day, but man, that shit sucked though. It was just, yeah, fuck that. But still, man, this is just a whole other level here, man. You're just fucking taking phone calls that could potentially save someone's life. And you're hanging up on it because you're a nasty bitch. You didn't feel like talking to anyone, but you felt like cashing that check, bitch. Get another fucking job. And the funny thing is that she's not talking at work on her phone. She's playing on her phone. I'm sure she did. Clack, 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 clack with those long ass fucking nails. I guarantee you she was fucking doing it. Fucking nasty looking bitch. I can't believe she only got 10 fucking days in jail. That is just absolutely fucking ridiculous, man. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. What are you going to do, though? All right, last one here for you. A Miami police lieutenant. Guess what he did? He's finding himself under arrest again after driving under the influence. So these guys just do what the fuck they want. So you guys have heard of the Florida man phenomenon, but did you also know that it extends to cops in the state? An officer for the city of Miami Police Department was arrested after doing something illegal for the second time in his career. This incident follows the officer's 2024 arrest when he was relieved of his duty as an officer shortly after. To make matters worse, the charge is related to domestic violence. This time, however, it seems that the officer has been arrested for driving under the influence. You think that this particular officer would do everything in his power to stay clean and away from anything that would draw attention to him. Well, it seems that he had other thoughts. Fortunately, no one was injured as a result of the incident, and the officer has once again been suspended and relieved of duty. So, yeah, man, this guy, he's 47-year-old Lieutenant Thomas Carroll, was taken off the streets over the last weekend after a DUI arrest within the city of Miami. According to WSVN, Carroll has already posted bond and was able to leave the jail on the very same day he was booked, of course. After searching through the Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehab inmate roster, his name could not be found on the list. We were also unable to locate information about the arrest itself or the arrest that happened in 2024. According to the same article, he had spat and slapped his wife, which is what resulted in the first arrest. However, similarly to the incident, he was able to post bond on the very same day. So, he can also be reinstated. That's possible, but far from guaranteed. Reinstating officers after they've been terminated is not something new and happens pretty often across the country. Oftentimes, they'll be reassigned to avoid permanent blacklisting from the force. However, considering that Thomas Carroll has already posted bail, it's uncertain how much time will pass before he's reinstated, if at all. The case is apparently being investigated internally, which I feel doesn't need to happen considering how blatantly obvious it is to determine whether or not he was driving under the influence. Of course he was. Now, I mean, I don't have a thing against cops. I do love cops. Without them, we would have anarchy and the place would all look like Newark, New Jersey, and we don't need that. So I do love police officers. But the thing that I hate about them is that there is a good old boy network. If you know a cop, you're a friend with a cop, all of a sudden your crime goes away, and it's some bullshit, you know? Oh, I know this guy. Okay, your speeding ticket goes away, but the next person's speeding ticket doesn't go away. They're doing the same exact thing, but different results because of who you know. It just kind of, dilutes the justice system in a way where it should be upheld at all times. That's just my opinion of it all. I don't care who you know or whatever. That's how we're in the fucking, tiered justice system we're in now, where no matter what kind of influence you have or what kind of job you are in or what kind of influence you have or someone else has that you're related to, your last name, your money, whatever your influence is, you can get out of things someone else can, even if you do the same exact thing or worse, as long as you have a certain status or wealth. It's nonsense. And these guys are just cops. So it's like, hey, if you're at McDonald's, you know what happens if, I reached over the counter and grabbed the 10-pack of nuggets and started eating them, I'd be arrested for theft. But an employee who's making nuggets behind the counter can be snacking on them all day long and get away with it because they work for the company. And I know it's a weird analogy here, but think about it as police officers. A cop gets pulled over for drunk driving. Oh, look, it's Johnny from the force. He's drunk and he's wasted. He fucking took out a tree, but it's Johnny. We love him. Let's cover this up. But yet, someone else does the same thing. Their life is ruined. What's the difference? A career choice, influence, someone you know. It's nonsense here. This guy needs to be made an example out of. All these cops should be made an example out of. You can't fucking waste this golden opportunity to run around with a badge and have power over other people that, a lot of people don't have that power. A lot of people don't, no matter how much money you have. You can't go around arresting people and enforcing the law. You can do things different ways, but cops do have a certain level of power, and they don't make that much money. It's like basically your peers having an equal amount of power. That's why so many people have that fuck you attitude when it comes to police. You make more, a lot of people, they're getting pulled over by these cops, make triple the amount these guys do, but yet they're taking a job to uphold the law, so they get deputized in a way that you can never attain that wealth, you know what I mean? Or that wealth, that power that they have. They can't, you know, fucking say, hey, listen, I make more money than you, so you have to listen to me. Like, no, bitch, I got the power here. You know what I mean? It's just the way you got to look at it, I guess. And they're given that gift, and yet a lot of them squander it, and they can just get away with fucking flaunting those rules. And they're the ones that need to be held to the highest standards, because you're the one with the baton, you're the one with the power, you're the one with the handcuffs, you're the one that took the oath. You know, you guys should be held to a higher standard, and you should be penalized triple what a normal person would be, because you flaunted that power, you abused it. It was a gift, you know. This guy's probably gonna get a job somewhere else, get relocated, probably get that reload package, probably get a raise, probably keep his pay in a cheaper area. You know, probably move from New York to South Carolina, that kind of arrangement where you got all the pay and you get transferred and you just live like a king, that kind of thing. But there you have it, people. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I don't know, man. Give me some feedback here. Do I sound clearer? Do I sound a little bit better? It's been 5 days since I've touched that stuff, and I feel really good. So I'm sleeping well. Had a few nightmares a couple of times over the past couple of weeks, and yeah, that's about it. I'm feeling good, man. I just watched Jack Swagger get knocked out before I went on the show here. I've been watching Power Slap, getting prepared for Power Slap 20, whatever the fuck it is. It's going to be on the 30th, so 9 days away. I'm so excited. Not this Friday, but next Friday, I got another one coming up. I'm very excited for that. I love Power Slap. And I love you guys too, man. That's all I want to say. I just love you guys. You guys are phenomenal. I love every single one of you guys for supporting us. Thank you to Believe for believing in us. There you go. That was cheesy enough. But yeah, you guys are great, man. You can follow us on all platforms at Voices of Misery and Voice of Misery Podcast at gmail.com. Will I ever get that closure? I don't know. I hope so. Talk to you guys soon.